looked around and your first thought was, dude, they're dead. They're fake. You're that one a lot. I even had somebody a few years ago ask us, how many times throughout the day you got to reinflate those ones in the water? You know, so it's not they're dead, fake, or inflatable, it's that they're cold-blooded. With cold-blooded animals, basically, if they have nothing to do, that's precisely what they will do. Absolutely nothing. Just like my boss. But even if they had something to do, like find food, now this too is accomplished by doing nothing. So, like out in the wild in the water, what they can do, you're going to hang out, he just went under. They're going to hang out with just their eyes and nose right above the surface of the water. I like to see a few of them do it now again. Now remember, dark, dirty, murky water, great hunting camouflage. But they're going to hang out just their eyes and nose right above the surface, just like this guy did, came right up. He's going to be camouflage, right? He's going to hang out there. He's going to wait for an animal to get close enough, go for a swim, go for a drink. And as that animal approaches the water, he's going to quietly sink under the water, swim on over the creature, and explode out, bite right onto him. Now, if the animal's small enough to take down one gulp, he's going to go ahead and do that. Much larger, take down one bite, he's going to get a good grip on it, drag it down the bottom of the water, and drown it. Dismember it a little bit later on at his own leisure. But this is not the only method of hunting. Very effective hunters on land, as you are witnessing at this exact moment. It is impressive, I know. But all the animals that are lying motionless over here, they're doing that for a reason. That's because they want to blend in with their surroundings. They want to look like rocks and logs and stuff like that. And as soon as that animal makes the mistake that he's nothing more than part of the landscape or scenery, gets a little bit too close, just quickly swing his head to the side, and he's going to bite him. Good boy, yeah. So he's just going to bite him. And like lions and tigers, they're carnivorous creatures. So whatever they can catch and kill, that is what they depend on for survival. With lions and tigers, you got to remember, that's a warm-blooded animal. An animal has the capability of stalking and spraying, and of course the endurance to run the prey down. Now these guys right here, they're cold-blooded. They don't have that nervous energy system that you or I have, so thus they don't want to waste any energy by stalking their prey. And as far as running their prey down goes, these are not Olympic athletes, okay? They are not built to run. Big old, big, heavy body tail, comparatively short, stubby, weak little legs. Now I'm not saying he can't run well, however. In fact, all these animals can actually outrun me for a short distance. But seeing how the animals that they prey on out in the wild are way faster than us human beings, they're going to do what they do best. That's lie motionless, rely on the quick striking ability that they do possess. In fact, they have been known to strike so fast, they could actually take a bird out of mid-flight. If we're lucky, a little bit later on, we may get a chance to witness how fast, in fact, these animals can truly be. And y'all might have heard that a person with a strong pair of hands can actually hold the jaw shut of a good-sized alligator or crocodile. This is a true statement. I've never go as far as to say it's the world's largest crocodilian, because that'd be a creature well over 20 feet in length and over a couple thousand pounds. And in all honesty, there's nobody alive with hands even big enough to get around the jaw of a creature that size. But I would say anybody here with a moderately strong grip can probably overpower the jaws of most of the animals that we have out here. But there is a small problem with this, especially with alligators. I mean, alligators, they're terribly stubborn creatures. It's very likely he'd sit still long enough for me to wander on over, reach down, grab a hold of his mouth. He'll swim, get away, walk to get away, or just wait till I'm close enough, just jump up and bite me in the face. So here at the Reptile Gardens, we have developed a few different techniques when we're dealing with these creatures, and today I'm going to try to successfully demonstrate some of these techniques for you. Because you never know. Y'all could be on a big old bus one day, see a little gator cruising across the road. Right? Just get that sudden urge to hop off the bus and hop on that gator, right? Right? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Well, cool. Let's get into the fun part of the show here. Now, this is an audience participation program. It is not audience participation where y'all hop over the glass wall and come in here and start grabbing alligators and crocodiles, because we have learned that this does kill our repeat business. But I tell you what, I want to make sure y'all have as much fun as safely possible for you today. The way that we're going to do this is I'm going to make you a deal. What the deal is that the louder, crazier you all get as an audience, the dumber things I do, all right? So you guys want to see some stupid stuff? Start hooting and hollering. Sound good? And how about this? I have not done a show. I did the morning show, but I have not done a show for the last 2 months. So this will be my second show in about 2 months. So I'm going to be a little rusty today. So I might stumble over my words, and I kind of forget what I'm saying. I might get an arm ripped out of its socket. Don't worry, I'm just rusty. But we're going to have ourselves a fun time. And I tell it because I want to have a fun time. It's the end of the summer. I'm going to let you help me figure out which one of these animals we work with today. So I don't know, you guys want you want a big one or you want a little one?
Big one!
All right, a little one. Woo, good answer. I like it. We'll get a big one.
A hungry one!
You want a mean one.
Hungry!
So
Hungry!
A hungry one too, huh? Yeah, that's what I figured. So y'all want a big, mean, hungry alligator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Now, just out of curiosity, a show of hands, how many people actually came up to the Reptile Gardens Day in hopes of watching me get bit? Yeah, you guys suck, alright? Let's see if we find ourselves a big meat alligator.
I raised my hand.
I'm going to show you the biggest
mine.
alligator we have out here. This is Albert. He's right here under the water. He'll come out later when it's time to eat, okay? Because that's all he does. Albert is over 9 feet in length and over 400 some odd pounds. Just want you to show you how big his tail is because I can't pull him out of the water. This is a big animal right here. He is the biggest pussycat out here, okay? So I never worked with him because I couldn't do anything with him anyway. So I'm trying to find an alligator maybe woke up on the wrong side of the moat today. I'm just going to gently put my stick by their face there. I just give him a little tap. He popped open up his jaw. Let's see which ones maybe hiss. Then we'll kind of go back here. Just give a little tap by the back of their tail. Real gentle. I'll try to find one. It's like, I'm not too cool with that. So I'm trying to find an alligator. It's going to be a little grumpy today. So that's going to make for a little bit more of a fun show. So that guy's kind of like, not today, buddy. So, you know, an interesting fun fact about alligators is that their brain is only actually about the size of a walnut. So they don't have a very big brain by any means. You know, I've been working out here for quite some time, and I really like this job. And, you know, God bless my mom, she hates this job. So she tells me all the time that my brain is no larger than these animals right here. Might have one or two under our OSHA bridge there. How about you? No, you're not too exciting.
Oh,
We go check these guys over here. See if we got any runners. All right. Oh yeah, that one's a little squirrely. This guy's a little bit bigger. Oh, I had him last show. I recognize he's got a little mark on the back of his shoulder right here. I had him last show. You're grumpy, yeah. Maybe this guy. He might be fun. We'll kind of work him towards the water. Now, a lot of people always want to know, how in the world do you get a job working with alligators? Ooh, he's big. Well, the thing is, when I first started working out here, they had me take an IQ test. I know. I scored a 3. They said if I scored any lower, I could have been a politician, so that's cool. All right, so I'm going to work these guys toward the water. One of them might be pretty grumpy here. Come on. Come on. You're just sitting here hissing at me. Come on, in the water. Yeah.
He's big. I want that one.
Just like Gatorade and stuff. There we go, in the water. We're going to go with him. Now, I'm going to watch him. Now, I'm going to show you on this guy really quick. When I go to grab his tail, I mean, obviously you want to grab the non-toothy end. If I was to grab his tail like this, my hand's underneath like so, I pull, I'm going to lose my grip, okay? So what you want to do, or you stay in the water, what you want to do is you see those spiky things that come off those tails. Now, those are called scoots. I want you to twine your thumb around those. They'll allow you to get a very good grip, kind of get some traction on that tail. So you can kind of yank, pull them around, so that way you're going to be in control of that tail and not the other way around, okay? There we go. So again, we got his tail. Again, I'm a little rusty. And got his tail here. Okay, so again, get my thumbs wrapped right around his tail so I got that good grip so I don't lose it. Now I gotta do. She's taking a picture of my butt. Look at it. Alright, so here, I got a good grip. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. We got a volunteer. He's happy to be out here. He's got a grin on his face. Let's take him for a walk here. He's got a built-in leash. So now, the way that we handle these animals is I want to control them a little bit, so I want to hop on him, okay? And the reason, like people like, well, can you just show us this stuff without having to manhandle these alligators? Because that's not actually what we're about out here. The reason we actually are physically touching this animal, or physically jumping the animal, is actually for the alligator's well-being. I know it sounds weird, but let me explain. If we never worked with these animals hands-on, and let's say one of them got injured. We actually have one in the back I just saw. I don't know when it happened, probably a couple weeks ago. He got his front left foot ripped off. He probably got in a fight out here, okay? So he's missing a foot. Now, if we try to come out here and capture that alligator to bring him back for medical attention, and he's never been touched before, it is going to really scare him and freak him out. It's going to cause a lot of stress on the animal. It's going to become a very dangerous animal, too, for the people trying to administer some help. So by touching physically, they get used to it. They don't necessarily care for us, but again, it helps them for down the road. That's why we are actually very hands-on with them. And so I am going to get very hands-on with this guy. And I want to show you a lot of very cool things about this creature. So obviously, we need to hop on his back. And I tell you what, you don't grab an alligator, jump on. So if I jump from the side, he'll see me. I can jump him from the front. I've done it a few times. There's a few techniques you can use. But if something goes horribly wrong, you got this bikini line area that is in danger zone, okay? We don't want that to happen. So we always approach this guy from behind. Now, if I was jumping right now, his head's looking right at me. He would see me if I tried to run up his tail. He'd whip around maybe about halfway, give him a little kiss on the cheek. We don't want that to happen. So what I always try to do, just for ease's sake, I try to get his head facing straight forward, or I'll position myself behind his head. Now, by doing so, I can be a little bit sneakier. Once his head's in the position I'm good with, all I'm going to do is just quickly run, jump, land there. It's very important never to over jump your target area, all right? May drag him back, try to get him kind of position. He'll probably walk forward a little bit more. There we go, simple. Now I jumped him here. Where do my hands go? His neck region. Why? It's a safety zone. He can't bite my fingers here. Next, I'm going to drive my knees deep into his armpits. Now, if my knees in his armpits here, it does help to immobilize him a little bit because he's like, help, help, help! Little arms. So, it kind of chicken wings him, right? So you got to get those knees right up there. Now, in smaller alligators, you put your feet behind his back legs. This guy's a little too big. So I'm just bring my knees in as close to his body as I can. This should actually help prevent the animal from backing up with me. Or a little bit worst case scenario, backing out from underneath of me. All right, that'd be a bad day. Next, we need to get control of this animal's very, very powerful jaw. Two ways we can do it. We can do it the right way, or we can do it the cool way. Which one you guys want to see? Cool! Of course you do. So cool way first, even if his mouth is open, okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to reach straight out front, grab his chin, rock his meets top jaw, clamp our hand down, proceed to rock his whole head back. That looks pretty cool right here. Chicks dig this, all right? Why is this not a good grip? There's a few reasons why. Number one, it's not a solid grip. So if you want to, he slams his head forward, my finger's going to slip off his chin. With luck, I'm going to be out of harm's way. But if he's got a bunch of gangly teeth like some of these guys do, I'm probably going to just shred and rip my fingers all open. I'll have to get stitches on my fingertips, which would really be a bad day. I couldn't text anybody. So that'd be a bad day. Or if you had if it was really weird, I mean, I could actually get my whole hand trapped in his mouth. That would put a damper on my day, okay? Number two, when you're like this, he's got a lot of room. He can break free to the side, so easily, without much effort, he can quickly break free to the side. Before I can pull my hand back and get out of his way, his whole body's going to kind of contort. He's going to come around, he's going to bite me. We'll be then demonstrating how to do a hand feeding program, and I am not doing that for you, all right? So the proper way to secure his jaw, you actually start back here at the base of his neck where your hands are already at. You're just going to slowly slide him up his jawline, help force his mouth shut as you go along. Once you get his jaw secure, hold on tight, and rock his head back. I'm not cranking as hard as I can. That would actually hurt the animal. There's a little spot right here. There's a tension spot. And there's actually a good reason we do this. The thing is, when we pull his head back, this is going to prevent him from, one, walking forward with me back into the water with his buddies. Number two, will actually prevent him from rolling. If he starts to roll, there's going to be a few bad things that can potentially happen. He can roll, stop on his side, swing his head up, bite me right in the chest. Guarantee you, this will ruin my day. Number two, you stop, my leg could get caught up and tangled up underneath him. I'm going to roll with him, and then I'll obviously have an alligator on top of my back showing his friends how to hold my mouth shut. Okay, so it doesn't work. So again, make sure you start back here and don't rush this. This is where a lot of novice gator guys get bit. Okay, they're nervous. They're like, oh, I gotta close the mouth. That's the dangerous end. And you pull them out of the water. This skull right here, very smooth, hard surface. When it's wet, it's a very slippery surface. So you try to rush it, your thumbs are going to slip down, fingers are going to slip up. They're going to get pinched in here between his upper and lower jawbone. You're going to feel like a giant vice come down your thumb or your fingers. All right, this is a no-no. Don't do it. Not going to feel very good at all, okay? So again, take your time. If you feel like the alligator's getting a little out of control, boom. Just pull your hands back here to your side. You can't quite reach around right there, okay? One of our other gator guys last week is actually the guy doing the snake show, Trey. He got bit by an alligator during the show. He did the proper technique. He closed it. It was a big, thick jaw like this guy. The alligator just twitched enough where Trey lost his grip, but his thumbs were still there. Alligator closed his mouth on both of his thumbs. Luckily, it was just a quick bite and release. So obviously, Trey decided that wasn't how you do the show. So, so he did go to the hospital. Nothing got broke, which is we're happy about that. So things happen. We never blame the animal. They're just reacting naturally. All right, now alligators, they're amphibious creatures. Not amphibian is a frog, toad, salamander. He's amphibious. So this means he's very well adapted for his aquatic lifestyle. In fact, so much time spent in and under the water, this big guy can hold his breath for up to several hours at a time. But I tell you what, let's open up his mouth as wide as we can here. I'll show you the first adaptation he has for this aquatic lifestyle. Open up a little, buddy. That's all you're going to do. It's not very wide. Well, we'll work with it for now. I'm going to start over here. I'll come back to you all over there, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look in his mouth here. Yeah. So I know he's not opening up very wide. He's kind of fighting me a little bit here. If you look at his mouth there, you notice you can't see down his throat, can you? That's because his tongue, it acts like a valve. This actually allows him to open up his mouth when he's underwater. He doesn't have to worry about any of that water rushing down his throat and into his belly. There's only two ways you'll ever see down this creature's throat. Number one, that is if he is yawning. Number two, that is if you were being eaten alive. Okay, the only two ways you're ever going to see down his throat. Right here at the top of his skull, he's got a little nose or nostrils, are also valve-like, and they close right again, help keep the water out. And his eyes, like his nose, slightly elevated above the rest of his skull. Again, great hunting adaptation when you see him in the water. Just eyes and nose above the surface, dark, dirty, murky water, great hunting camouflage. When their eyes are elevated, obviously they're in a very vulnerable spot, right? In the gouge, poke, kick, scratch out. This guy can do something very cool. Watch his eyes closely. Watch this. Okay, he just sucked those eyeballs right into the back of his head. I actually take my thick bony rigid right down the center here. Am I hurting him? No, his eyes are meant to lie completely flat. I just applied enough pressure, he actually closed them for me himself. So this is for his protection, okay? So he doesn't get an eyeball gouged out, because that would ruin his day. And I tell you what, take a close look, watch his eyes when they open up. You see it? Watch really close. See, it almost looks like his eyeball flips or rolls forward there. Okay, just for real. It's not that his eyeball's rolling forward, it's actually he has two sets of eyelids, okay? He has this rough leather exterior, then he has a secondary eyelid called a nictitating membrane. It basically functions like a pair of diving goggles. Right behind his eyes, here's two more little flaps right here and here. Again, this is where his ears are at. So his ears are there, the flaps there help keep the water dirt debris out, so he can get himself a nasty little earache. So more or less, this is a watertight animal right here. Now when it comes to his eyesight, he sees great. I mean, he can see just as well as you or I can, okay? But due to the placement of his eyes on his skull, it's a little limited field of vision. So things up here, and off to the sides, he sees perfect. Things directly behind, in front, or below him, hard time seeing. Because it's very limited field of vision, I can actually, see if I can't give him open up maybe a little bit wider. I can actually take my fingers, kind of wiggle and dangle right out front. I'm not too worried about him trying to bite or nip at him. Now who wants to see? Hey guys. Yeah, I find it funny too. So again, I can wiggle my fingers right in front. I'm not too worried about him trying to bite or nip at him. Now who wants to see something stupid? Me! Yeah, right on. I'll try with him. He's not opening up as wide as I'm comfortable with, but we're still going to do it because you guys cheered and I'm dumb. So again, because his limited field of vision, this actually allows me to take my hand here, stick it right to his mouth. I'm not worried about him biting my fingers off. In case what he can't see won't hurt me. Like I said, my hand was in his mouth right now. Let's say I accidentally touched any part of his mouth. His tooth, tongue, gum line, very sensitive mouth. He will feel it. His jaws can crash and show up anywhere from about 2,000 to several thousand pounds of closing pressure per square inch. Anybody's interested in jaw position, it might be opening up around here. Just FYI. So again, he can close his mouth about 2 to several thousand pounds of closing pressure per square inch. Now this guy right here, he's got a pretty thick, beefy jaw, so I'm going to estimate around 70 pounds of opening pressure. I'd be hard pressed to keep his mouth shut, but I could still do it for the most part. Unless he starts thrashing around, I'll lose my grip. But just holding it, I can probably keep his mouth shut. If he wants to shut it himself, there's absolutely no way that I can keep it open. Now, who would like to see what would happen if we reach in there? Just give it a quick little tickle on the inside of his mouth. Well, it doesn't sound like we're all on board, so we're going to put it to a vote. Whoever wants to see what would happen when I reach there, tickle the inside of his mouth, cheer as loud as you can. Whoever does not want me to do this, cheer as loud as you can.
Woo!
Still waiting. Alright, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and do this. But just so you know, this is actually a very dangerous demonstration. This is where a lot of people obviously will get bit as well. We don't have too many bites, but when they happen, it doesn't look fun. And because as you look around, it's you, it's me, there's nobody like back here to come running out here and save me in case I get in some trouble. So in case something does go horribly wrong, I will be asking for some adult volunteers from the audience to take me to the hospital in case this goes horribly wrong. Who's helping out today? Anybody? You're gonna do it, sir? All right, I appreciate your enthusiasm, getting that up right away. What's your name, bud? Corey. Corey? Awesome, Corey, I appreciate you. Corey, who are you here with today? Your wife? Somebody married you, Corey? Man, she must have lost a bet. Oh, good. You married up. You know that too, don't you? Every guy knows they marry up. Every guy. So, and what is your wife's name? Lori. Lori. Corey and Lori. Well, isn't that just adorable? All right, Corey and Lori, you guys will be my volunteers today, okay? So this is what we're going to do. Here in a minute, now he's not opening up very wide, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to get him open as wide as we can and reach there and give a quick little tickle. This is done correctly. Y'all will hear that sound pop. Those two jaws connecting. This is done incorrectly. You're going to hear more of a sickening crunch, followed by a very unusual string of words, okay, kids? New words. And some adults might be confused, too. If you hear those words, Corey and Lori, you're punched in, you're on the clock. What you need to do is get up, jump over the wall, over the moat, get over here. Lori, will you help me up? The correct response is this, not this, Lori. So, Lori, let's try again. Lori, you're going to help me up. Perfect. Lori, what do you do for a living? You work at Lowe's? Loans? I might need a loan for hospital bills. This is perfect. I like this. Now, Lori, does blood bother you? Good, because I'm a bleeder. Okay, so Lori, get over here, help me up. We're going to go over here to the back door right here. Corey, my friend, what do you do for a living?
I make malt for brewers.
Oh, so you're a professional drunk. Good. Perfect. So get over here, Corey. You got a very important job. You need to beat on the alligator's head until you get my arm back. Once you get my arm back, take it over there to where your wife and I are at. And I don't want anybody to be alarmed, but I can be a lot of pain, a lot of shock. Trauma, blood loss is a very good chance that maybe you even passed out. So nobody be alarmed, especially you, Corey. We notice that your wife is over there performing some mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on me for at least 30 or 40 minutes. And after that, we're all going to go to Dairy Queen, the brewery at the hospital. Sound good? Perfect. All right, you ready, Lori? You ready, Corey? All right, let's do it. You stay. Let's see if he'll do it. Like I said, he's not opening up too wide, so I'm not sure how this will work. But nobody blink, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good. All right, you ready, Lori? Because you know numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got them all. Perfect, good. Did anybody miss that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who missed it? Hold on. How do you guys miss it? You got like the best skill in the house. Did you blink? Do I have to do it slower for you?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Wisconsin? Well, that explains why you do it slow, you weirdos. I'm not going to do it again. Now, the most important thing you need to know when you're on the back of these animals, how to hop off them. There's a few different techniques. Technique number 1, I didn't really do it with this guy, but if they really fight me up here, the first thing I'll do is I'll cover up their eyes. The reason being is, remember earlier when I said the alligator's brain is about the size of somebody from Wisconsin? Remember that? I'm kidding. The alligator's brain is way larger. So what I'll explain the joke later. So what you want to do, you want to cover both of his eyes. By doing so, it calms the animal down. The old wives' tale is he calms down because he can't see any sunlight, so he thinks he's dead. For fun, he's not dead, it's cool. For fun, we'll just cover one eye. Seems to put him into a state of purgatory. It's about half dead. That's a joke for the Catholics. Okay, so what you want to do? Try to cover both his eyes, wait till he calms down, feels good and dead. You shove his head down to the ground, check behind you, make sure his little buddies aren't sneaking up on you. Coast is clear, back straight off. Technique number 2. If you're on a really wild alligator, his little buddies are all surrounding you. The technique you use is scream and run like a sissy lala. All right, there we go. There's a good game. Let's give him a round of applause. He's a good boy. All right, we're done, buddy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah. Let's actually, here's Bubba, or Albert. Let's take a look at your teeth. Show him your teeth. Now, you take a look at his teeth. It's rounded, conical, pointed in shape. It's a tooth that nature. It's really not meant for biting and chewing food like our teeth are meant to do. They're meant for ripping and shredding. So on the wall, to get a piece of meat too big, take down one gulp. He's going to get a good grip on it. Shake his head back and forth very violently, so the meat just basically rips right apart, right off that bone. Even hungry alligators and crocodiles in the area, they all grab the sides of that piece of meat and start ripping and just tearing that animal apart. But I tell you what, I got a bucket of food back here. Let me go to grab it really quick. I'm going to demonstrate to you all how, in fact, these animals do feed. Now, when I first started working here at the garden, I thought the feeding part of the show was a ton of fun, but I really don't like the idea of just coming out here and just throwing food around randomly, because it wouldn't be too long before these guys start to associate me with food, and then it wouldn't be too long before that's what I became. And you can wait, you know the rules. So what we do here at the gardens, before we feed them, it's always out of a bucket, we're going to bang or tap on the bucket several times. Once they hear that noise, then they know it's time to feed, not until then. And actually, although we feed them, yeah, you can eat the shadow. Eat the shadow. Yeah, there you go. All we feed are just small, bite-sized pieces of chicken. You need red meat, fish, fowl, or small child from Wisconsin works great. Now, the reason we don't throw a big old chunk of meat out in the water, let them all chew and nod, because you see a lot of injuries that they do in the wild. Gators and crocs, more than happy to buy the friend's tail or leg, as they are that piece of meat. But I tell you what, we got a few hungry kids out here today, so I'll go ahead and tap on this bucket. Let's get them fed. All right, one at a time. I'm going to throw some food on the ground. Let's see what happens. Okay. They kind of had a little hard time getting it at first, right? Oh, he caught it. Good job. It's because when it's on the ground, it's below their field of vision, okay? So they can't see the food when it's on the ground. So what you may notice is if the food is on the ground, they're going to roll their head from side to side in order to find it. Now that guy walked right by it. He didn't. Oh, you're big. Look. So again, she missed it. There she saw it. She rolled her head to see if it was there. She kind of figured it was on the ground. So they have to roll their head from side to side. Now this guy's having a hard time. He's got such a long head, such a short, fat little neck. He's having a hard time picking it up. Did you get it yet, buddy? No, your friend's sitting on it. There you go. So they all can't see it. He knows it's over here somewhere. I'm going to help you out, buddy. Oh, that little caiman's got my stick. So caiman's got it. I'm going to feed this guy. So again, they have a hard time seeing it when it is on the ground. So he's got it. Maybe. Come on, buddy. Ding dong. You can stay. So again, he finally got it. And you see that slight chewing motion he's doing. It's not chewing in the sense of word. Just better situating the food in their mouth so it easily slides on down their throat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, I dropped too soon. My bad. I'm dead. Here you go. One more time. One more time. Okay. Well, nothing for you, you big piggy. Oh, we're not good at this. I do not play basketball. There we go. And they ate everything. They eat bone, antler, clothing. They don't really care. Now in the water, because that valve bag's on a tongue, can't swallow a piece of meat underwater. Want somebody? Yeah, he's like, yes, I love water. I love them. But in the water, they can't swallow under the water because that valve bag can like tongue. So he's gonna have to. Yeah. Let's try this. This seems safe. So what you want? So in the water, because that valve bag can like tongue, can't swallow under the water. So he's going to have to elevate his head on the surface. A slight chewing motion, again, repositioning, so it slides on down his throat. Oops, over here. Go under, get it. How'd you guys survive millions of years? Seriously. It's under your chin, you ding dong. Get it yet? No. Where is it? I don't know where it ran off to. That guy got it. The little guy got it. I see you. So again, they cannot swallow under the water. Now let me pop over and land. I only have 4 pieces of chicken left, so obviously I'm not going to feed all of them. The thing is, they don't need to eat all the time like you or I do. There's a group of Nile crocodiles that feed once a year in Africa when the wildebeest herds come through. These guys miss a show, miss a feeding, miss a day. Them skipping 3 months of food is like us skipping breakfast. It's not a huge deal, okay? They can even go all summer without eating. It's not gonna damage them at all. Right here, buddy. There we go. Nom noms. All right, 2 more pieces of chicken. Let me get over here a little bit. I see you. Oh my. Chicken. Oh, no. All right, let's feed this little guy right here. Last piece, right for you. There we go. No more. Look, you can look in the bucket. Take it, look. All right, there's no more chicken. So again, I tell you, that's all the chicken I have for him. Let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. We'll do one more thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So bear with me 1 second here. Now, actually alligators, they mature around 5 feet in length, and they're ready to lay eggs. What mother alligator does, she kicks a bunch of vegetation into a nest or into a mound. Now in this nest or mound, she'll deposit anywhere from about 12 to 60 hard-shelled eggs, about the size of a hen's egg. Now mother alligator, she's not going to sit on the nest. You know why? It's not going to do those eggs any good. Instead, she'll let the rotting vegetation, heat from the sun, do all the work for her. After about a 60, 70-day incubation period, mother alligator is going to hear a slight croaking or peeping noise coming from the nest. And at this time, she'll go to the nest, dig up the eggs. Sometimes she'll crack open the eggs, even carry the new hatchlings down to the water mouth if need be. Mother alligator is very protective of her nest and of her young. Not only protect the young for up to a year, sometimes it's 2 years. It's not uncommon mother alligator will protect this year's batch from last year's hatchlings. So this is my little buddy. His name is Fluffy. Now Fluffy's not a baby. Fluffy's about a 2-year-old American alligator. And around the egg, he's ready to go. He's only about 6 inches when he's first born. But around the egg, he's ready to go. He can swim, teeth, nasty little things. Anything he can catch, kill, overpower, he will do that. Small fish, insects, rodents, baby brother, baby sister. But I tell you what, I'm going to put some tape around his mouth. I'm going to hop over the fence, and I'm going to let everybody get a chance to touch Fluffy and take some pictures of me. You can touch me, take pictures of Fluffy. I don't care what you guys really do. But you guys did a wonderful life. Appreciate y'all coming down here. Bird show's next. Enjoy the rest of the Reptile Gardens, guys. Y'all take care. Thank you.